What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I'm back with another Out of the Theater review. Now, it's pretty late here. It's like almost 1 a.m. I went to two movies tonight. Thursday, of course. I always go Thursday night. Went to a late show of a movie called Longlegs. Now, I was going to go to an earlier show, but the theater was packed, which was weird. And so I went to a later show that was like in a huge theater that was pretty empty. So I went to see it, just got home. I'm going to give you my 2 cents on it. But before I do, if you would please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, and make sure you hit the like button down below. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Did you see this? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I want to know your thoughts on this movie, Longlegs. So this is the latest movie from Oz Perkins. He is the son of actor Anthony Perkins, of course, from Psycho fame. I've seen 2 of his other movies. I saw The Black Coat's Daughter, which I liked. I thought it was very good. And I saw Gretel and Hansel, which I thought looked nice, but wasn't my favorite movie. And then this one. So this stars Micah Monroe, who I do like. She's in It Follows. She was in The Watcher recently, which was a pretty good little thriller. She's been in a number of other movies. The Guest, that's where I first discovered her. Nicolas Cage is in this, and we're going to get to that in a moment. And you got, Blair Underwood is in here. A little short role for Kiernan Shipka. So some recognizable faces. This is a murder mystery. I would say think in the vein of Silence of the Lambs, but evil. If that movie's not evil, this movie's evil in the sense of because I don't want to do spoilers, but it's evil. It's more evil. I'll just put it that way. Let's start with the positives, because this is going to be mostly positive, because this movie was fantastic. This got to be the scariest movie I've seen in the theater in a while. Like a long time. I've seen so many horror movies. I love horror. I watch them all the time. I'm rarely scared. It just is what it is. Sometimes there'll be a movie where I like the tension and I'll be like, okay, I'm on the edge of my seat, but not always like really scared. From the moment the very opening scene of this movie, it puts you like in a very uneasy feeling right away. Like opening scene, when the opening title hit, I was already kind of nervous. I was like, I don't like that. I don't like what happened in that scene. And the rest of the movie, I think Perkins did a fantastic job of having this uneasiness that runs throughout the entire runtime. The whole time I was nervous, if not always scared, I was uneasy pretty much the entire runtime. And that's a testament to the filmmaking. The pacing is great. The editing, everything. I don't like jump scares. I think they're cheap, but they can be good. They can be good if they're earned, if you set up the scene well, if there's if you're already on the edge and then you have this thing. What I don't like is where 2 people are talking and walking down a hallway and then a bird crashes into the window. I don't like that. That's cheap. If you're setting up and you have this air of dread and then something happens, I like that. This has one of the scariest jump scares that I've seen. The only one I could compare it to for me was when I went to see Sinister, which was years ago at this point. I don't really jump at jump scares, and this thing made my freaking leg hairs on my legs were standing up. It scared me so bad, I hated it, but I loved it. I loved it because it was scary. That's what it's supposed to do. So it was effective, but oh my gosh, it scared me. Other than that, there's a few other scenes that are just I was unsettled. The plot is very good. I think the story is very good. It is a mystery that unravels throughout the runtime. You're trying to solve this thing with the lead character. She is, Lee is her name, Lee Harker by Micah Monroe. She's trying to figure out how this whole murderer, what the MO is and how he's doing these killings and things like that. You don't really know either until the third act when they start revealing some stuff. And then it gets really dark. I mean, it's a dark movie anyway, but then it's real evil. That's when it gets real evil. And there's some really creepy imagery in there. If you don't I would say if you do not like any sort of satanic stuff or cultish stuff, I would say maybe avoid it if you really hate that stuff or you don't want to watch it. Because this does have that. So I guess a minor spoiler, but it's not really. It's not like Silence of the Lambs in that regard. So avoid it if you don't care. I 1,000,000% recommend this movie. The music is creepy. The performances are fantastic all around. Blair Underwood is great. Micah Monroe is great. Alicia Witt as her mom is just creepy. Nicolas Cage, he was scary. Nicolas Cage was scary in this, and I don't find him scary. He still does some quirky stuff, but it works. It makes it more unsettling, like his quirkiness. So, and I hate the way he looks. I don't ever want to see that again. So I'll probably watch this again though one day. Like I'll buy it probably and then see it, but I don't want to see it in a different movie. This movie was enough. I thought it was fantastic. Best horror film of the year, in my opinion. I'm gonna give this. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna agree with my cousin Brad. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. I'm not gonna give it a perfect 10, but it might be on a rewatch. But right now, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Anyway, that's my review for Longlegs. I will be back next week with another review for Twisters. So until then, take it easy.